newly empowered House Republicans have already staked out their first major order of business, repealing President Obama's signature accomplishment, U.S. health care reform. Michigan Representative Fred Upton.
Watch what happens. As part of our pledge, we said that we would bring up a vote to repeal health care early.
Tim Scott of South Carolina belongs to a large class of fiscally conservative new Republican legislators determined to make good on campaign pledges to their constituents.
They want a Congress that listens to the people, period. I mean, that's what it's all about. They're tired of the spending and they want Obamacare to go away.
The House of Representatives cannot by itself terminate Mr. Obama's health care law, but it can force spending cuts that would starve it and other government programs. Freshman Senator Kelly Ayotte of New Hampshire.
The American people sent us to Congress with clear instructions. Make government smaller, not bigger, and stop spending money we don't have on programs that aren't working.
Ferocious debate is expected on federal efforts to stimulate the U.S. economy and whether to raise America's debt ceiling to finance expanding federal borrowing needed to cover the nation's trillion-dollar deficit. Partisanship and ideological inflexibility could reach new heights.
I've been in Washington for 41 years and immersed in the politics of Congress, and I've never seen it this bad.
Congressional analyst Norman Ornstein notes that centrist Democrats and Republicans have all but disappeared from Congress, widening the ideological gulf between the parties. The end result could be gridlock.
I'm expecting a lot of clashes. I wouldn't pin a lot of hopes on this Congress resolving a lot of problems or even tackling seriously many problems.
Democrats have a message for their new Republican colleagues. There is a big difference between throwing ideological bombs on the campaign trail and actually governing the nation. New York Representative Anthony Weiner.
This is now your job. Social Security does have to be paid for. Medicare does have to be paid for.
In the 1980s, President Ronald Reagan succeeded in cutting taxes and vastly expanding defense spending, despite a democratically controlled House of Representatives largely opposed to his agenda. And in the 1990s, President Bill Clinton managed to work with a Republican-controlled Congress to reform U.S. welfare programs. President Obama says he wants to work with both parties to put the United States on firmer economic footing. Political observers say compromise holds potential risks and rewards for everyone involved. Michael Bowman, VOA News.